Han-eri is a detachable kimono collar that's sewn or pinned onto your nagajuban. I was inspired by seeing photos and videos of people wearing colorful and decorative han-eri instead of the formal white ones I'm used to seeing. So in this video, I'm making a few han-eri from leftover quilting fabric that I got from my mother-in-law. I'll attach them to my nagajuban using a simple method, just safety pins. Before we jump into making han-eri, let me take you to the countryside where my in-laws live. It's where I picked up these fabrics. I think you'll enjoy the scenery and a little glimpse into their farm life. We've made it to my in-laws' sheep farm, where spring is the busiest season, lambing season. They usually welcome between 150 to 200 baby lambs between late March and the end of April. During this time, they're on a strict schedule, waking up in the middle of the night and very early in the morning to check on the newborns. On top of running the sheep farm, they also own a woolen mill. They use century-old carding machines to make beautifully colored rovings for spinning and wool bats for quilting. They have a storefront filled with their handmade goods, as well as arts and crafts from their friends and local makers. During the holidays, the mill becomes a treasure trove of beautiful, fun, and thoughtful gift ideas.
Guys, look at the whole group is watching. It's great when he catches it.
We're squeezing ourselves and our two dogs into their busy schedule. We brought our camper so we could stay in their driveway and do a little sightseeing in the area before heading home. Now let's get back to making han-eri, shall we? Han-eri is a detachable kimono collar that's sewn or pinned onto your nagajuban, the undergarment worn before putting on the outer layer kimono. It helps protect the kimono's collar from sweat, makeup, and wear. There are so many different types of han-eri, from silk to cotton, delicate embroidered floral patterns, to bold colors and geometric prints. The variations are endless. This first one that I'm cutting looks like a plain white han-eri, but it actually has a subtle flower pattern on it. I figured I could use one that looks a bit traditional too. The idea of layering decorative han-eri started during the Heian period and became more widely used in the Edo period. Today, it's a fun way to add personality and flair to your kimono coordination. I'm looking through my leftover fabric options to see which ones would work well for this project. I think you could also use larger handkerchiefs, furoshiki, cotton tenugui, scrap kimono fabric, or even make a patchwork design. I decided to cut the fabric about 15 cm wide by 100 cm long, roughly 6 inches by 40 inches. I've seen han-eri that are much shorter, which is great. That means you can get creative with smaller scrap fabric you already have. It just needs to be long enough to cover the collar area that you see when you put on the kimono. I'm folding the edges all around about 1/2 inch and giving it a good press. You really only need to fold one long side, the side that's closest to your body, when you put on the nagajuban. The benefit of doing just one side is that it's quicker to make, less fabric is needed, and you can adjust the width of the finished han-eri when you apply it to the nagajuban. This is just my experience as a beginner. I'd like to try making more with fabric that has pretty embroidery, lace, and other delicate decoration on them. Here's the lineup of the 5 han-eri I made in just a short time. Let's put one of these cute han-eri on the nagajuban. It's best to start by having the inside of the nagajuban facing you and finding the center point of the nagajuban collar. Then fold the han-eri in half to find the center point to match with the center of nagajuban collar. You'll need about a dozen small safety pins. I'm using 1 inch. Let's start by pinning the inside center of the collar first. Good quality safety pins are a must. The ones I used were flimsy and it made the process a bit difficult. The key is to make sure you have enough pins, one at the center of the neck and one on each side of that, about 2 inches away from the center, so the han-eri doesn't get bunched up or show wrinkles. Then you can put the pins along the edges to the bottom of the collar. Once you're done pinning the inside of the nagajuban, you can flip it to work on the outer side. Again, you want to start at the center and work your way down. You don't need as many safety pins on this side, just enough to have it securely attached. I've seen people use two-sided fabric tape, but I haven't tried that. I should note that han-eri is traditionally sewed on by hand. I will try that method sometime too. I like the convenience of being able to just take the pins off, washing the collar, and switching to a different one. So here's a simple no-sew safety pinned han-eri and nagajuban. Here's a eri shin, and you can put this inside the nagajuban's han-eri and slide it in. If the nagajuban doesn't have the pocket for eri shin, you can put it in the han-eri area here, but you'll need to put a little more safety pins, more than I put on, so that eri shin doesn't come out from the edges here. But otherwise, it's fairly secured. It's really secured actually, and where you'll see the han-eri the most, towards the neckline here, you don't see the safety pin. And then on the outside you could put the safety pin, but you're not going to see that when you put the kimono on here. I hope this gives you some inspiration to try making your own han-eri. It's a fun way to personalize your kimono look using what you already have. Thank you for watching until the end. If you like kimono content like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.